Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, blue ready. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. And even. Check safety. He's coming. We got double up. Wait. 36. 30. Kill. Target on it. Kill. Turn up. 61. Match box. Right. There's a party now. Watch twist. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Check 31.
Now it's Breida. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Watch 36.
Jameis now on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46. Jameis to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action now. Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Wait. 59. Easy. Not today. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm coming. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 59 Mike. Check. 59.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Completes it to Davis. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Okay, ready? 57 to Mike. Here we go.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
They're running, man. 55 clear.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Mike, check.
Following the interception, Winston. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Ready. Even. Ready. What we got? Check nickel. Green, everything.
They run with Breida, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Myers' kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
To throw on third down. Herbert got an open man. That's Campbell. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
Check 55. Here we go, D. On the ball.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. Touchdown, Cowboys! Paris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Flip it. Check. Green, triple T. Keep it up. Rabbit.
Again, it's Winston. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A first down throw for Winston. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the boot. Flip it. Check. He looks off.
Here's Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Go! Go! 50 seconds to Mike. Watch the curve.
2nd and 3. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Working out of the gun, Winston. And Jennings has it. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Gary Jennings as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now stands at 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
57, Mike 57. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Recon, 132 fighter. 57 to Mike. 57.
From the gun, Herbert going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Zipper. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, orbit.
The final shot before break. Herbert. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before break. Herbert going up top. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw on 2nd down, Herbert, and he will find his man on the outside. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. To throw, Winston. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Winston. He finds his target, Fuller. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
Green, triple team.
First and 10.
Green, triple team.
46-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Dancing to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hey, I-7. And let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert, he's going deep for, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
He's not going to get me. Kill. Check the hot read. Hey, foul. Flip it. Mike is 59. Let's go.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Winston. He's got Fuller. 16 yards, a first down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Slam. Kill. Watch it. Hey, 5-0. Flip it. Check 13. Here we go, even.
On first down, here's Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they? Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Hey, team 6.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. This will be caught by Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, echo. 57. I got one. Ready.
From the gun, Herbert. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Play fake. Winston. It's complete to Fuller. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to run.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis. Winston. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, it's Jones. And he's got some space here. And he cuts it right into space. A big run there by Jones. 54 yards on the ground. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
Keep 15. Keep 15. Yep. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 57 to Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Eluding the pressure. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Paris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Marr now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14.
Makes the score Seahawks 27, Cowboys 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Jameis now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Winston now from the 50. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. It's a foot race. 30. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. Well, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the 2-point conversion. Now Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that for him? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Herbert. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Devin White. A loss of 8 yards on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Hey, wahoo! Go! Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Now.
Operating from the gun. Herbert is complete to Jones. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Hey, box truck. Leo. Yo, go. Shift. Go.
On fourth down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Ready? Blue ready. Let's convert. Shift. Planning. Off. Ready to go.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. This is Breida. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.